Lacara trying to lead every step of the way for that man right there, trying to get his first ever Alabama win. Let's go to Frank Miramati.
They're in the gate. And they're off in the Alabama, presented by Keenland Sales. And Lacara quickly darts out of the gate and takes command. Nitrogen, second in the opening furlong, and Good Cheer secures a spot along the rail in third. Then it's Queen Azteca. Margie's Intention is second to last. And Kinsey Queen, after a rough beginning, is at the back of the field. Nitrogen's going very wide around the first turn as Lacara hugs the rail under Dylan Davis and leads by 2. Nitrogen gets a little bit closer now through a quarter that went in a very slow 24 and 4/5 seconds. 3 more lengths back to Good Cheer in third, and then another length and a half to Margie's Intention, 5 lengths off the lead. Queen Azteca is next, and Kinsey Queen is at the back of the field. Down the backstretch, and Lacara trying to go as slow as possible, and she's doing it. 49 and 3 for the half. Nitrogen, her stablemate, a length and a half away. Another 3 back to Good Cheer, who's comfortable in third, and Margie's Intention is fourth, coming to the half-mile pole, 5 lengths off the lead. Now a little nudge for Kinsey Queen at the back of the field, joined by Queen Azteca. 113 and 1, Lacara. Nitrogen turning up the pressure now as they start to sprint around the far turn. Luis Saez and Good Cheer being called upon too. She has 4 lengths to make up, being motivated to get after the top pair. Lacara and Nitrogen looming large with a quarter of a mile to go, takes the lead away from Lacara as Good Cheer angles to the center of the racetrack. Then Margie's Intention, they're coming to the 8th pole, and it's Nitrogen in front by 2. Good Cheer is trying to run her down. These are the 2. Nitrogen still full of run with a 16th to go. She's shifting about, but maintaining the lead while going wide. Good Cheer ups to go inside. Nitrogen and Jose Ortiz to win the Alabama, presented by Keenland Sales. Good Cheer was second, Margie's Intention third, and Lacara finished fourth.
Dual Hall of Famer Marcassi, his first ever Alabama win, and Nitrogen proving maybe even better on dirt than turf.
Well, boys, there's a new sheriff in town, and her name is Nitrogen. That was a very, very impressive performance. She could have made the lead right out of the gate if she wanted. If she didn't have her stablemate right there, I think she would have been in front early. She was aggressive, wanting to go, full of energy, and able to make that 1.25-mile distance.
She's won a handful of stakes this year, but this obviously is her biggest performance. The Grade 1 Alabama, she did it on the dirt, she's done it on the turf. The biggest question is, the heck's she gonna do next?
She's gonna have to take on the older horses, but I don't know you're so afraid of in the older horse division. Good Cheer had every chance to run her down. She drifted a little bit. She was all over the racetrack, the winner of this race, but Good Cheer was simply second best to Nitrogen. She is the best, perhaps, 3-year-old filly in the country. We'll see what happens further going down the road.
Well, and you mentioned who is she going to take on in this division if she meets Olders. The reigning horse of the year, that's Torpedo Anna, who you'll see next week on Fox Saratoga Saturday in the personal ensign. That's a tall order. Brilliant performance, though. Connections wondered if she could do it on a fast track, weaving a little bit, Tom, down the stretch, but getting the win.
Yeah, weaving a little bit, and quite frankly, I mean, she's in front and maybe losing a little bit of interest, but it's her path. She can do whatever she wants. She's well clear of all the rest. She wants to finish out in the middle of the racetrack, she's allowed to do that.
4th win in this Alabama for Jose Ortiz. Let's go to Maggie.
Yeah, he does know how to win this race, Jose. I love fillies that have a little sass. I would boss him around too. But she is so cool, Jose, winning now a Grade 1 on the dirt.
My God, amazing. So happy for all the connection, but mainly for her, for the filly. She deserves all the attention. She deserves all the credit. She's, now winning a stake on the grass, on the dirt as well. Win a Grade 1 on the dirt is amazing for her.
Absolutely. From a rider's perspective, you being her rider, does she belong to be the champion 3-year-old filly?
Well, that's not up to me, but I believe so.
You can say it. You can own it. Well, congratulations, Jose. She is truly amazing.
Thank you, Maggie.
Greg?
Nitrogen her owners felt she could be a generational talent. She proved she is incredibly versatile, able to win on a surface like this as well. Let's go to Acacia.
And with trainer Mark Cassie, Mark, you said early on that Nitrogen breathes different air, thus the name. This has to cement that feeling.
It was good. I think she kind of made the lead and was looking around, pulling herself up. But she loves to target. And so, yeah.
Getting a round of applause coming back. What a special filly. She finally gets that grade 1, too.
She does. She deserves it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Said earlier in the show, Mark Cassie started watching this race when he was just 8 years old, dreamed of winning it one day, and now finally it has happened. 3 cheers to the breeder from our friends at Three Chimneys, where dreams are born. This one a homebred for DJ Stable, who have given and teamed up with Mark Cassie for so many wins in his career that just went over 4,000 in his career last month.
This one's got to rank up there pretty high. Yeah, the grade 1 Alabama with a filly getting on the dirt, gaining all her accolades on the turf, proving people that wondered if that off the turf race was a special one. This one's got to be a pretty special one.
And you know, a few years ago, we saw a horse named Catholic Boy win the Belmont Derby, and then he came back with a win in the Travers, and we're talking about what an incredible achievement is to win both those grade 1s. Now, Nitrogen took a brutal beat in the Belmont Oaks when she lost by a nose and everything but win the race, and now she wins the Alabama. It's highly unusual for a horse to be able to be equitalented on both surfaces, and this win in the Alabama is more than just putting her at the top of the division. It increases her value significantly.
What about as we see that head on, Tom, down the stretch? Is that a concern going in and out, or is this just maybe the distance got to her a little bit?
I think what Mark Cassie said in the post-race interview is exactly right. She likes a target. She didn't have one. She got in front. She her mind wanders a little bit. She drifted there, but she's well clear of the field. She can take any path she wants. I wouldn't be concerned with it.
And going forward, obviously we talked about who's out there. That's Torpedo Anna we'll see next week in the personal ensign, but you have to stay on dirt now, don't you?
I think they will, but, you know, we'll see what happens with Scottish Lassie, who was the impressive winner of the Coach Club American Oaks. Now, she'd only worked out once since that race, so she didn't play today, but if she continues to run as she did in the CC Oaks, she is maybe the biggest rival to face her in this division. And honestly, from what I've seen of the older fillies and mares, I don't think there's anybody you're supposed to be afraid of. Not to say she'll beat them, but I don't think there's any tigers out there. Torpedo Anna has not shown that she is the horse she was last year.
Scottish Lassie passing on this race after a huge performance on this racetrack.
Yeah, smart move by the Scottish
Going
Lassie
to the cotillion.
connections.
Nitrogen, $6.10 for the win. Good cheer. The Oaks champ winds up second, and then a ways back to Margie's Intention. Let's go to Acacia.
And I did have a chance to catch up with trainer Badcox, trainer of the 2nd and 3rd place finishers, but in particular talking about the runner-up, Good Cheer. He thought that she was really a victim of the slow pace in this race. He said that's why fillies like Good Cheer are good in a race like the Kentucky Oaks, where there's a full field of 14 horses, and a victim today in a short field where there was a slow pace on the front end. So he thought that she ran her race. She ran exceptionally well, just dynamics up against her today, Greg.
Nitrogen, 2 starts on dirt, 1 on a race that came off the grass, 3-horse field, sloppy sealed surface, wins that one by 17 lengths, and now wins one of the most prestigious races in the sport, Tom.
Oh, no, I mean, that just was a really big performance by a filly that had to step up to competition. She's never seen on the dirt like this before, but as Jonathan correctly pointed out, she beat the clock and did it again today.
It's difficult, to take shots like this in this sport. Taking a shot, there's Mark Cassie with, Philly had won 5 stakes in a row on the grass. You did it with Serengeti Empress after some question if she was ready to run in the Oaks. You worked her, took your shot, were confident she wound up winning that race, but it takes a lot to turn away the naysayers.
A lot of times you got to be counterintuitive if you're a trainer.
I don't see what their downside was, and it worked out. In other words, she could always go back to the turf, but a win here does so much for her value and her prestige. She is definitely a contender for the 3-year-old championship right now, perhaps the leader.
First grade 1 win of her career as well. What a Saturday afternoon here at the premier meet in the country. Fans enjoying the action from Saratoga Springs. Dale Romans loving what he saw in Bobrovsky. First time on the grass, that victory in the Skidmore. And Nitrogen, looks like she may have found a new home on the dirt with this victory in the Alabama. We're on FS1 with the rest of the card next.
Sunday night, the NFL is back on Fox. Reigning MVP Josh Allen leads the Bills against